everybody, and welcome to another exciting installment of 5 Questions with the Wrestling Rampage. The three amigos are back in this bitch.
That's right, guys. We are back with this edition of 5 Questions with WR. That's when we answer
Sometimes I say baby, sometimes I say bitch. It depends on what you get.
Guys, make sure that if you guys want to ask the question for the next edition of 5 Questions.
Yeah, but what do they got to do if you want to ask a question for 5 questions?
Okay, we got to do this again?
Yeah, tell them again.
Not on Instagram, not on Facebook, not on Twitter, or as I call it, Twatter. The only way is the comments down below.
That's right. There you go.
Comments down below. Leave a comment, leave a question in the comment section, and you'll be on the next edition of 5 Questions, if it hasn't been asked before.
If it hasn't been asked before.
But, with that being said...
We keep records of that.
We do, or we try to, at least.
Yeah.
The first 3 questions are asked by the same person, MarkBoy316.
Oh, our boy MarkBoy316.
MarkBoy316. Go check out MarkBoy316's channel. Link for his channel will be in the description box below.
Great job on your videos there, MarkBoy316.
Love his content. You guys should go check him out, as well as hit that subscribe button. Tell him WR sent you. His first question is, thoughts on the Great Motor.
WWE 2K14?
Yeah.
They called him the Great Motor?
The Great Motor. Excuse me. Thoughts on the Great Muta, and what are some of the Muta's best feuds?
Oh, alright, I love the Great Muta.
Love the Great
He's the best Japanese star of all time, in my opinion.
I love his theme song, too.
Oh, his theme song's awesome. And people say, well, the Great Muta, I thought you don't like Japanese wrestling. Here's the thing. He's a star.
He's a star!
Name some more Japanese fucking stars. Besides, to me,
Dave Meltzer stars.
To me, there's only 2 big-time Japanese stars. Oh, 3. I'll count 3. To me, there's only 3 big Japanese stars, in my opinion. Antonio Inoki, Jushin Thunder Liger, and the Great Muta.
I guess Baba might be,
Baba would be there, too, and so probably would Fujinami.
But as far as, like, mainstream Japanese people...
it would be the Great Muta and Jushin Thunder Liger of this era.
And the reason why the Great Muta got a really good publicity, especially in the States...
here in the States.
He was different in the States. Nobody's seen this guy, this guy
when he
before.
came to fucking NWA, it was different.
Oh, we should say the Great Kabuki as well.
Oh, yeah, the Great Kabuki?
Yes. That was more on territory.
Yeah.
Than on national.
Back in this right here day, nobody run films of what this guy's coming and shit like that right there. You wanna know why? Because they want to keep it a big secret.
Yeah, I mean, and fucking Muta was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And the sad part was, I just really hated the way WCW treated him.
Oh yeah, they treated him like a fucking joke.
No, they treated him fucking awful.
I remember he had a big undefeated streak.
He did, like when he first came in, he had that big undefeated streak, as well as having Gary Hart as his manager.
Yeah, that was another good thing.
Of course.
Gary Hart, man, Gary Hart, he was another guy, that I think was underrated as a manager.
Yeah, definitely underrated as a manager.
Because, man, let me tell you something. He took a lot of bumps with his guys in that ring, I think he was very, very underrated.
And some feuds. Here in NWA, I'm going to have to go with Sting.
Sting!
Yeah, good matches in NWA with Sting.
Is this with the shirt on or off?
This was when he was young.
So it was off.
Yeah.
Okay.
This Sting we're talking about is a Hawaiian Sting.
Okay.
The fucking
California.
Well, California, who gives a fuck?
California surfer, dude.
You don't want this Sting.
Surfer Sting.
Yeah, not 62-year-old Sting.
Okay.
This is when he was in NWA, when he was young and was Venice Beach, California. Yeah. The good Sting.
Muta, I like how they did Muta, especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
He would come in for short spurts.
Yeah, like I remember he came in on that Spring Stampede with Stunning Steve Austin. Great match.
Great match. Guys, if you guys ever want to watch a really good pay-per-view,
check out Spring Stampede 1994.
1994 Spring Stampede was a fantastic pay-per-view.
From top to bottom, a great pay-per-view.
Here's the thing, and it wouldn't, it's very rare in that right there day, that a person, every time you call, yeah, I'll be there. because they knew they could depend on him, and they knew how talented he was, and he could make a match as long as he wanted to.
But of course, the way WCW treated him, especially like
in fucking 2000.
Yeah, they
2000,
they fucked him
as
over.
well as Jim Herd too.
Yeah.
Jim Herd making him lose every match on that tag team match.
Oh, that was on that fucking Iron Man singles.
Yeah.
Man, he lost every fucking match.
He lost every match. I'm sitting there like, when the fuck is Muta going to win? None?
And they did the same thing with the tag team. They had fucking, I think it was Doom fucking jobbed to fucking everybody. No, it wasn't Doom. It was the Samoan SWAT team.
It was a small SWAT team, yeah.
They did fucking job every fucking team in that.
What I mean is, I sit there and I watch that shit, and every match he lost, and I'm like, he's better than these guys. He's fucking better than these guys.
I can understand him losing to people, maybe like a Sting or a Flair, but Luger? Like, he couldn't even beat Luger? He can't beat Luger?
You know, I mean, I can understand the Sting. I can understand Ric Flair. You know,
I know nothing against Luger, but I'm saying he can't even beat Luger.
But you know, the guys after Sting and Flair, the guys after that, I beat fucking Luger too. He lost, and I'm like, he's better than these fuckers. Why are you treating him that way?
And fucking in 2000, he was with Vampiro and.
Yeah.
He was in that Dark Carnival. I think it was Dark Carnival.
Yeah.
And fucking, he was with fucking Vampiro and I think Demon. And I was like, why the fuck is he with these guys? I can understand Vampiro, but fuck Demon. He was a waste of fucking space.
He was.
And then he was just fucking, and he was a little bit out of shape.
Yeah.
At that time.
At that time, he was older, and he did have a bald spot.
Yeah, he did.
You could tell he was aging, but here's the he was still doing the moonsault. He was still doing the Muta stuff.
He
would still do the handspring elbow.
Look, here's the thing. You know, people don't understand. You see, and I'm going to say it this right here. Wait, you know, you start, you know, you're young, you know, and everything like that right there. You know, as age does creep on you, we all know it does. You know, there's certain things you can't do. Muta, I never seen age in him because he did the same thing that he did when he was young, and it fucking brought the house down.
So, what's y'all's feuds with the Great Muta?
Mostly Sting.
Yeah, mostly Sting.
Because, of course, you know, he didn't really do as far as, like, I mean, he did a lot of job matches and things of that nature, especially in ’89.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I think it was, like, mid-90, he just ended up going back to Japan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was, you know, you didn't really get this, and, of course, he came back for sporadic, you know, appearances and stuff, but, I mean, no major, you know, feud line.
You know, can you blame him though? I mean, look how shitty they fucking treated him. You know, fuck it. You know what? If they told me to come back, how much money are you willing to pay me? Because it ain't what I want. Fuck you. You treated me like shit while I was there. So fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Let's go to the next question. Did you ever catch Saturday Night's Main Event?
Yeah. We watched Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah.
It came on. It would come on rarely. I think it won't come on every week.
No, it was more every a couple of months thing.
Yeah. But I enjoyed the Saturday Night's Main Events.
We watched a lot of the ones in the you know early '90s, and then of course they just broke away completely.
Yeah.
And then they came back with the ones back in 2006 as well,
which was horrible.
Which I mean. Nice to see something come back, but I mean...
But, come on, man. Some of them, the later Saturday Night Main Events, you know, in '06, I thought they were fucking horrible.
Yeah, they weren't that good.
Come on, man. They have fucking shitty matches. Like, come on. Remember they had that fucking shitty goddamn, I think it was a 6-man? And they had fucking Doink, the Great Khali, and fucking someone else.
Did they?
Yeah, they had Doink, the Great Khali... And it was like an odd pairing of people in like a 6-man tag. And I think it was like the Great Khali, Doink, and William Regal versus fucking. I think it was a hodgepodge of different people in a 6-man tag. I can't remember who else was on it, but I remember there was a fucking 6-man tag on Saturday Night's Main Event.
Well, see, that's the thing, is a lot of people are nostalgic about Saturday Night's Main Event. I'm not one of those people.
No.
Did they have a few good shows? Yeah.
And did they have a few good matches? Yeah.
But if you, here's my thing about it. I hate to interrupt. Here's my thing about it. The few matches good matches that they had was far and far between.
Because sometimes they'll put on fucking squash
because
matches.
half the fucking shit was people just throw together, and you never you never even they and that right
Except
there,
for your top programs.
Yeah. And the guys that they just put fucking threw together, there was no stories behind it. They just put them in the ring. That was it. Hell, they'd be in the ring. They'd go away for a commercial. And you see the guys standing in the ring there, getting ready to wrestle. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are nostalgic for Saturday Night's Main Event. I'm not one of those people.
No, me neither.
So I didn't really care personally about Saturday Night's Main Event as other people do.
Yeah, like it had a few good matches.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know?
It just to me it was just something that was just I just couldn't get into.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you turn it on. Sometimes they had decent matches. Then the rest of the time it was nothing but trash.
Let's go with the next question asked by Mark.
Like we have right now.
With that, what's the first wrestling show you remember watching? Is there a first wrestling show that you remember watching?
Yeah.
Okay.
USWA.
USWA.
Well, it's true. It was true. USWA.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one really strikes a chord with us because, of course, we got it on local television. Because of us living in Indiana and Kentucky, we get like the Memphis feed.
Yeah.
So we were able to watch a lot of USWA, and we grew up watching a lot of USWA.
Yep.
And we get up on Saturday mornings and watch the USWA.
Yep. It'll come on. It will come on right after cartoons.
Yes. Yes. Saturday mornings after the cartoon block, you would watch fucking the
USWA show will come on.
USWA would come on, and yeah, I mean, if you go back and watch a lot of these USWA shows, then they're not that great. But
yeah.
But me and Tommy always enjoyed wrestling, so
yeah.
And not only that, but I mean, we went to a lot of USWA shows then too.
Yeah.
So
the boys were just young, but me and their mother took them to the Louisville Gardens and watched the matches. Tommy was only 2 years old. Joey, he said his mom was lap because he was just an infant, and his mom would pick him up and let him sit. When they heard those the boys that you watched them, and they hear the sound of that mat slamming down on that mat, they go. It was funny as shit. I loved watching them.
Pops, is there a first wrestling show that you remember watching?
Yes, it come out of Indianapolis, and this right here was back in Dick the Bruiser's territory, of Crusher's territory.
Do you know what year this could have been?
This right here could have been early '60s, late '60s, early '70s.
Okay.
I think it was early '60s, late '60s, and
late '60s.
Yeah, late '60s. But
black white TV.
Oh yeah, they wasn't nothing. The color didn't come out for a little while like that.
Yeah. Color didn't come out until the '70s.
No, really it didn't. But like I said, Dick the Bruiser, Big Moose Cholak, Wilbur Snyder, Pepper Gomez, the Valiant Brothers were there.
The Sheik.
The Sheik was there. Bobo Brazil, first time ever seen Bobo Brazil, and I was like, oh man, he's gonna be massive. And I fell in love with it. I loved watching it, and the bloodiest match, in my opinion, besides the ones in the later date of years, but the first bloodiest match that I ever watched was between Dick the Bruiser and Crusher going against the Valiant Brothers in a steel cage, and it was brutal.
Bloodbath.
It was a bloodbath in that thing. I mean, everybody was screaming blood down there. But you could even hardly see their faces. They had so much blood. Mm-hmm. And that right there, bloodbath there that I call it, and it was the first time the Valiant Brothers beat Dick the Bruiser and Crusher for the World Tag Team titles. Mm-hmm. And that right there, I was on the edge of my seat because man, they were slamming each other against that cage. And let me tell you something. When they slammed it, they slammed it real hard because they would throw fake shit to this.
And I mean, also another one for me and Tommy, as well as like, what was the first wrestling show you watched besides like USWA? But you know, it's not a concept anymore. But I mean, you go to your local video rental place, and they'd have a lot of VHSs there and stuff. So I mean, me and Tommy got to watch a lot of rental VHSs back in the day, and
you know, had the Be Kind, Please Rewind.
yeah, the Be Kind, Please Rewind on there, which was always fun to do. So I mean, which is not a concept nowadays, by the way.
No.
You don't go in VHS tapes anymore.
No, or
DVDs.
DVDs.
Or DVDs for that matter, yes.
I've got to say this.
Or Blu-rays.
I think I've said it before. You see, me and our mother loved wrestling, and we take the kids, and they revolved around it. But they, you know, me and our mother just liked to watch it, you know, because we liked it so much, and the kids fell in love with it, and they're more like they got the concept of science around it, and that's how come they're so good at remembering stuff and knowing things. I just love to watch it, you know.
Do you watch it now?
Hell no, I don't watch it now. It sucks.
Let's go with the next question asked by Jason. What do you think about Brian Christopher, and was he used well in the WWE?
I like Brian Christopher.
Once again, we got to mention we watched a lot of USWA.
He was the top guy in USWA.
And in USWA, Brian Christopher was a top guy in the USWA.
Yeah.
And he fit as a top guy in the USWA because, of course, this is a regional promotion.
Yeah.
You know, and not only that, but I mean, he was Jerry Lawler's son, which I'll have to say this. I mean, you know, some people are like, yeah, he was just Jerry Lawler's kid. Brian Christopher was really talented.
Yeah, he was. He was a really good worker.
Knew what he was doing. Great hand.
Here's the
capable
thing.
Worker.
Here's the thing, you know, and we can say this right here about Goldust too. You know, he didn't want to follow. You know, he didn't want to hang on to their daddy's coattails. I want to do this on my own because I think I can pull it off. Brian Christopher, and Goldust, they fucking pulled it off.
They did pull it off, and going to WWE.
And he was in
of course, you know, some people just seen Brian Christopher on WWE, and we're sitting there like, that's Brian Christopher! You know, we seen him on USWA, so we knew who he was.
Yeah. And he was in that light heavyweight division when they started the light heavyweight division. Mm-hmm. And which was really good. A lot of people shitted on the light heavyweight division.
I mean, it wasn't fantastic.
It wasn't fantastic. No, it wasn't like the cruiserweights in WCW.
Yeah.
But it was different.
It was different.
And they did the best they could with what they had on talent-wise.
Then he got the team with?
He got the team with Scott Taylor.
Scott Taylor became
too much, baby.
Yeah, too much.
And I enjoyed that team.
Mm-hmm.
He was too hot, and Brian Christopher was too sexy.
Yeah, too sexy and too hot.
Yep, and they were too much. They were a good team too.
Good team,
and then they started out as Too Cool.
Yeah, then they go to Too Cool
with Rikishi, which was I thought they were great.
And we should say this: by the time they became Too Cool and they were with Rikishi, this is 2000. I say this was probably their peak as far as
this was their
popularity.
Peak. As popularity, yeah, they really peaked. Hell, they were on a main event of Raw in a 10-man tag, teaming with The Rock and Cactus Jack.
You can't get any more over than that.
It was Cactus Jack, The Rock, Sky Too Hottie, Grandmaster Sexy, and Rikishi versus Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, Triple H, and X-Pac.
Yeah. So I mean,
in a 10-man tag.
So I mean, you can't get any much higher than that.
Yeah.
So I mean, unless you made it with pay-per-views, but I mean.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But they were on the main event of Raw.
So I mean, pretty impressive to see. But this is where we are going to sit here and say, was he used well in WWE? Now, of course, after Too Cool kind of cools off, so to speak.
Yeah, and then he got hurt.
Then he got hurt.
And then he teamed because Scotty Too Hottie got hurt. He teamed with short-lived stint with Steve Blackman.
Then they
He
got
tried
released.
to tell Steve Blackman how to dance.
Yeah, trying to teach him how to dance.
And then he got released. And then he came back in 2004. I think it was 2004. Yeah, 2004. And didn't last very long there either. And then he went to TNA. And then that was about it.
Yeah. Do you think he was used well in WWE?
He was used. He was used. Hey, anyone would have took the role he was in.
Yeah.
And to me, I thought Brian Christopher was doing a good job in that role.
Listen.
Here's the thing. He was not going to be a top guy in WWE.
He could be a top guy in a
Small
territory. But as far as a top guy in a global wrestling organization, no. And this is coming from people that actually like Brian Christopher.
Yeah.
He was. We can put this right here where he was a small fish in a big pond.
Yeah. Where if he was in territory, he would be that big fish in the small pond.
He would be it because I thought Brian Christopher was talented as hell. And for my opinion about him, was he used good or was he used wrong? I say this: he was used about as good as they could get him.
Yeah, he was used as well as they can get him used.
Yeah, he was good.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, he wrestled in WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
It was him.
I was in WrestleMania before you.
Well, which is true.
He was. Brian Christopher was in WrestleMania before his dad was.
It was Scotty 2 Hotty, Grandmaster Sexy in China versus Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, and Eddie.
Yep.
So he was in a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
will say this: I didn't care for them to bring him back out in 2011 for.
Yeah, that was horrible.
For
he shows up, no crowd reaction. People's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah, who's this guy with the fucking white hair?
Yeah, who's this guy with the fucking blonde hair? And he says, "Too cool," and people's like, "Who the fuck's Too Cool?" It's 2011.
Yeah,
and you can tell their fans didn't know who the fuck Too Cool was.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they weren't wrestling.
I was one of the biggest acts ever in the WWE.
Well, he was at one time.
I was like, ever? I don't think so, but I will say this.
At one time, yeah.
At one time, for a peak year in 2000, yeah.
And people was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. The bottom line is to me.
I thought it was an embarrassment.
You asked the question.
Like, no crowd reaction.
He was used the best that they could have used him. And that's the bottom line right there.
Yeah. I mean, of course, everybody knows he got paid well for it.
Yeah. He got paid very well for it.
So, I mean, why not do it, right?
Yeah.
So, let's go with the next question. This question is asked by Dan the Beast 94.
Dan the Beast.
Dan the Beast 94. Guys, go check out Dan the Beast 94's channel. The link for his channel will be in the description box.
I like Dan the Beast. Puts on great videos.
Yes,
Dan the Beast.
Good.
Let me tell you, he's a beast.
He is a beast. Good friend of ours, Dan. Do you think LOD could have been one? Sorry, I'll go ahead and read this one here.
Yeah.
Do you think LOD could have had one more run in WWE in 2003 if Hulk would have never passed away? Now, we should say this because in May of 2003, there was an episode of Raw that Eric Bischoff brought the Road Warriors, LOD,
to take on Rob Van Dam and Kane.
To take on, which I think were the world champions at the time.
They were the World Tag Team Champions.
They were the World Tag Team Champions, Kane and RVD. And, of course,
and you know,
when you hear the What a Rush, the fucking crowd
popped. And you know what else was cool?
Huh.
They didn't have the WWE Raw apron. They still were using the WWE Entertainment apron, remember?
You love the Entertainment apron.
Well, they used the Heat apron. Remember, they forgot to put the Raw apron up for a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
So they used the WWE Entertainment apron.
And,
did it?
Oh, yeah.
I believe that was one of the last matches that the Road Warriors had together.
Yeah, I think it was the last match that Hawk and Animal had together.
Yeah, so...
And to be honest,
unless they did some independence or whatever.
And you could tell that the Road Warriors were kind of out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they're the Road Warriors.
think they only went like 5 minutes or something like that.
5-6 minutes. It wasn't very long, but
and of course they lost.
Of course they lost,
Yeah.
but here's the thing, like, people's like, they still got a loud pop because it's the Road Warriors. And yeah, they were out of shape, but guess what? They still got a loud crowd reaction because they're the Road Warriors. It didn't matter how they fucking looked. This is the fucking Road Warriors. This is the greatest tag team. Sorry, Bucks fans. This is the greatest tag team of all time. Sorry.
Tommy, do you think 20 years from now...
You think 20, 30 years from now people are going to mention the Nike boys? Remember, they were Nike shoes. And fucking, you think they're going to... And people's like, they're the greatest tag team of all time.
$10,000 Nike shoes, by the way.
50 cents.
50
I found those same goddamn shoes at the fucking yard sale for 50 fucking cents.
Oh my God.
So you overpaid there, Buckies.
Buckies.
I'm sorry, I hate that fucking team. I really do.
I know you do.
And fucking, and people say that they're better than every fucking tag team ever. They're not as better as any of them fuckers.
I'm sorry to tell you, but you're wrong. They're better than the Warriors. They're better than the Midnight Express. They're better than Rock and Roll
You weren't
Express.
better, motherfucker. You're not even better than the goddamn State Patrol, Buddy Lee Parker, and James Earl Wright, bitch. You're not even in their standards.
You're not even as good as the Milkies.
The Milkies or Mulkies or whatever.
But fucking Hawk and Animal, you know, they had a 5-6 minute match with Rob Van Dam and Kane. Remember when Rob Van Dam tried that spinning kick and an Animal caught him in a spinning power bomb?
Yeah.
And the crowd fucking popped?
Yes.
See, that's the thing. Try to do that. Try to get a crowd reaction. Oh, you guys don't. Only 10% crowd reaction.
No,
And 90% is like, who the fuck are these guys?
No, they get a percent when
And
Mouser puts that's an 8-star match.
And then and of course they lost, but
Fuck you, Mouser.
But they had a pretty decent, good match.
Yeah.
For being 5-6 minutes. They got a loud crowd reaction when they lost.
Big pop.
You know, Kane and Rob shook their hands and everything, and then after that, you know, it was about done. And I know why, because Hawk felt they reconciled.
Yeah.
Vince and Hawk reconciled.
Yeah.
You know.
No more ball and contract.
No, and here's the I hate people that bash fucking Hawk and say, oh, he was a drug addict. Well, everyone was on drugs in the fucking 80s.
Yeah, everybody was.
So don't fucking knock people that was taking drugs. You know, fucking, he was a
well, there was also this issue of did you get off the drugs at some point?
He did.
And he did.
You see, he fucking resurrected himself.
You know.
The resurrection of Hawk.
Yeah.
You know.
No one was sitting along with Jake.
You know, and then he passed away about 5 months later after this match.
He passed away in October of 2003, so 5 months later after this match, yeah.
And then Animal fucking team with Heidenreich. To me, that wasn't LOD.
No.
And never was going to be.
That's poor.
That's poor. I'm sorry, Animal. Yeah, he was out of shape too at this time still, but he was a babysitter.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like Animal was a babysitter for fucking Heidenreich. Yeah. And Heidenreich, you suck, pal.
Yeah.
And you're no Hawk, believe me. Hell, you're not even puke.
What is it now?
He's not even puke.
We got Hawk. We got Animal.
And we got puke. Not just puke. It's not going to be puke. It's going to be puke.
Yeah, you gotta get the Vince voice in there.
That's fucking awesome beyond the match. You know, we're going to team with the Road Warriors. We got Animal. You got Hawk, and now we got puke. It's not just puke. It's going to be puke. Fucking Vince, mate.
But Pops, you actually remember watching this match on Raw, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually remembered. Yeah, the Road Warriors were out of shape, but I want to make one thing clear. You know,
but again, it was the Road Warriors.
Yeah, it's the Road Warriors. They got a fucking big pop when you heard "What a Rush," that motherfucker started jumping up.
And you know, of course, we're saying out of shape. We're not talking about that they were fucking, you know,
Chris Jericho.
Ambulance hip into the ring there.
We're not saying they were Chris Jericho here.
Yeah, you know, they were capable of getting around and stuff. It's just, you'd like to see them in better condition than what they were.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to tell you people exactly what I think. This right here was to get the tag team champions over. What other team do they think would come in there and they could beat, that would really make them real popular? Goddamn the Road Warriors. The baddest fucking team that ever walk in the ring. Hell yeah, I'd want to see that. Hell yeah, I'd want to pay to see that. And it worked. It got them fucking over. Big way, a fucking big way.
See, not only that, but I mean, it was like a total surprise too.
Yeah.
No, it was hid. There was no speculations of any of that right there was going to happen.
So, great thing, but honestly, I don't think they could have had another run.
No, they couldn't have.
It was a one-off.
It was a one-off, and I was shocked the Animal was brought back.
Yeah, I was shocked too about that.
But then when he teamed with Heidenreich, I was like, I hate this version of the Road Warriors. Hell, I enjoyed Animal and Droz better than the fucking Heidenreich and Animal.
Yeah.
Here is what it was.
And see, Heidenreich had no fucking gratitude either.
No.
Fucking, he was knocking Animal for something. And he's a fucking senior. He's a fucking veteran. And you're fucking knocking him? When you have no fucking talent there, John Heidenreich. I'm sorry, he never did. He was the fucking big fucking red tights oaf is what he was. I'm sorry.
With the red boots.
With red fucking boots. And even Paul Heyman left your ass in the wind. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
If Paul leaves you at the if Paul Heyman leaves you at the wind, he knows you're a lost cause.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, guys, go watch fucking Survivor Series 2004 when he took on the Undertaker. Fucking Undertaker. I forgot. Was it the
Tombstone?
Tombstone. He's fucking Paul sees the Tombstone. He goes like this.
One,
and then
two,
one, and then Paul Heyman starts walking away.
If Paul Heyman leaves your ass at the altar, that tells you something.
Here, to me, here's what this right here was
No,
all
but
about.
motherfucker fucking was dogging fucking Animal.
And
fucking.
You know, this is somebody you can learn from.
This is somebody you can fucking learn from, and he's trying to help you out. And he probably didn't want to team with your fucking ass either.
Yeah.
But he did it probably because he wanted to help you. And fucking your fucking shitty ass.
He loved wrestling.
Yeah.
He tried to fucking help your ass.
And you wanted to be a fucking red shoes prick. Fuck you. I would have left your ass. If I was fucking Animal, I would talk to my brother Johnny Ace. Hey, can we get someone that looks like Heidenreich?
Can we get somebody that
Can I get some other fucking guy? Because this guy sucks.
They went in here. Well, what happened was the Road Warriors went in there, and did they get a big payday? You fucking right, they did.
Yeah, fucking.
They got a fucking big payday out of that right here, and they performed real well, even though they were out of shape.
Yeah, because fucking.
So, you know,
because
was it
Animal
good for
talked
them?
about it and said
Was
he was
it good
trying
for
to.
them? Fuck yeah, it was.
Like, fucking Animal was trying to show Heidenreich some fucking Road Warrior stuff. You know, like Road Warrior moves and shit. And fucking Heidenreich didn't want to do none of it.
Well, guess what?
Guess what? You do what you...
You're coming out with the Road Warrior music. You got the fucking face paint on. You got the goddamn shitty fucking spike pads. You're a fucking Road Warrior. Learn how to work like one.
Yeah, he didn't want to work like one.
They're just one... I'm not going to say small.
He was no Hawk
a big thing. The thing was, he wasn't Hawk.
Agreed. But as far as one more run, no,
they could.
No,
it's a one-off.
Yeah.
No.
But hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to share it all over social media.
It is right there.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Rampage 2. You can post me and Tommy on Facebook as well. Make sure.
Don't follow the white shirt. Follow the green shirt.
Follow the green shirt.
And the black mask.
The white shirt is some Mexican guy that stole Tommy's fucking...
Some guy who sells tacos at the taco stand. We're not talking about the Dusty Rhodes taco stand either.
Hey, I like Dusty Rhodes tacos.
Hey, aren't you?
Hey, man, aren't you?
But guys, as well, you can also follow me and Tommy on Instagram as well. You can follow the entire channel on Twitter.
That's right. Follow us on Twitter.
And guys, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for more great videos coming to you guys because we're that cream that rises to the top.
Cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.